This is my review of the Epson ET-2850 Ecotank printer. In this video, I'll share the positive side and also the negative side of buying one of these. So let's get started with the positive and then we'll talk about what I wish was improved. This is an entry-level printer from Epson. It's not the most basic one, but it's around there. So they really try to give us the most features for the least amount of money, and I think they succeed on that point. The whole printer was quite easy to understand how to use it, and the control panel over here flips up and down. This is cool. It does not have a touch screen, as you see, and this is quite a small screen. This is my thumb and I'm able to cover it completely. Fortunately enough, these buttons work pretty well and the menu is very easy to understand. Connecting it to a smartphone or even a computer can be done in under 5 minutes, and I didn't have any issues doing so. So if you don't like setting up your printer or having troubles with it, I think you're covered over here. The ink goes right over here and you cannot open this lid like any other Epson Ecotank printer I had in the past. You need to lift here and then swing this open. Loading the ink is also quite easy, even if you didn't do it ever in your life. Many people are afraid that the ink will spill and they will create a mess while refilling it, but I didn't have any of these. The ink doesn't flow out of the bottle unless it is connected. So yeah, loading the ink takes around 3 minutes and it's mess free. It has a basic scanner on the top. If we lift this lid, although it's quite thin, it's able to give us great results, which means that it's able to scan 2400 dpi. For, again, a entry-level printer, this is great. Obviously, if you plan scanning artworks or, I don't know, paintings, and you want, the best details, the best color accuracy, you better get a standalone scanner. This is mostly great for pictures, family pictures, text files. They will do it pretty well. The printer itself is quite compact and can fit on many tight desks. It weighs around 17 pounds, actually 16.17 on their website, but with paper obviously this can get heavier. So yeah, it's not a big printer, so if let's say you want to put it in the corner of your room or on a corner of a table, it won't take much space. One thing to remember is that every time you want to use it, although you're not obligated to, you'll have to extend this paper output in the front. This is where the results will go. If you don't do this and you're trying to print something, the print will come out of this slot over here and may fall on the ground because sometimes it shoots the paper, and if there's nothing to stop it, well, it may get a bit messy. So although it's a compact printer, don't forget that you need to leave some space in front of it. This printer works with the app called Epson Smart Panel app, which I had connected to my iPhone. It also works with Android, iPad, and Android's tablet as well. It's very easy to understand. I mean, just look at it. Every time you want to print something, if you want to go through the app, because you're not obligated to use this app, by the way, if you simply want to print. You can simply open a picture and select print. But if you want to go through the app, well, you have the print button here, the scan button here. You can also get your ink levels. It's very easy to understand. And apart these three things that I just talked about, I don't think you'll use any of the other features. You see over here, whoops, let me just go back. You can ignore everything else and just stick with the basics. It works great, it's quick and reliable, at least in my usage. This printer is able to print at 4800 by 1200 dpi, which is great. It's not amazing. I feel like instead of 1200 dpi, it could have been a bit higher, but for anything, family pictures, or even if you have a small business, if you're satisfied with the results you're seeing on the screen right now, well, there's no point of getting a more expensive printer for this reason. The color accuracy is fine. Again, it's not the best. Maybe it has a bluish tint over here. It's not that noticeable, to be honest. And if you intend to print text with some small graphics, I mean, this does a awesome job. As you see, there's no artifacts, there's nothing wrong. Even the small details over here all were printed. Here I have printed a painting with a lot of small details, and everything looks great. Even in the shadows, there's no noise, there's no weird things going on. I mean, what you see over here, those lines are not from the printer, it's actually on the scan that I've used to print. So yeah, if you want to print pictures, this is a great printer. It prints on glossy paper as well. If you're just printing text with some graphics, again, this is a bit overkill as a choice. Maybe get a laser printer instead. But now let's talk about the negative side. Well, this printer on the back has a USB port right over here. This is where you're going to connect a USB cable if you prefer connecting the printer to your computer without using Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, it does not come with a USB cable in the box, so you'll have to purchase one separately. I'll put a link in the description, by the way, if you want to get this printer, a USB cable, or anything else. But I wish this was included since the port is over here. Other thing that you need to consider is, since we're on the back, I'll talk about that. This is the paper input. I wish the paper input was in the front or maybe in the printer hidden, because over here, every time you want to load paper, well, you have to extend this while opening this slot over here, and it's able to take 100 sheets of paper. So if you're printing very often, maybe 30 pages every day, you'll have to refill it quite often. Some other printers are able to hold up to 250 sheets of paper, so this is a bit of a downside. If you don't print often, you won't have to care about that, but yeah, it's just something you need to keep in mind. Another thing to consider is the printing speed. This printer does not print quickly. It's rated at 5 pages per minute if you're printing in color, and 10.5 pages per minute if you're printing in black and white only. It's not very quick, so if you intend to use this printer for your business and you're printing large documents often, a laser printer would be a lot quicker, 2 times, 3 times faster. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. Now, do I recommend this printer? Well, in my opinion, yes. Yes, for people that intend to use it at home. Yes, for small businesses that are not printing over 30 pages per day. And yes, for any other users that don't want to spend much on ink. The ink comes included with this printer, okay? Those 4 ink bottles were in the box, and they're rated at thousands and thousands of pages. So at the end, one print is about 1 cent, 2 cents, which is extremely cheap. The only downside, and I don't think many people are talking about this, is that if you're not printing often, the ink will dry out and this printer will be broken, will be useless. So let's say you don't print during a month and a half, 2 months. Well, for sure, when you'll try printing again, the ink will be dried out on the print heads, in the system itself, and you'll have to perform a cleaning. Sometimes that cleaning works, sometimes if it's too bad, if you're living in a very dry place, well, unfortunately, you'll have to throw the printer away. There's cleaning kits on sale on the internet, but yeah, they don't always work. So if you get this printer, make sure to print at least weekly 1 or 2 full color page, so all the ink tanks get used. Every 2 weeks it's fine as well, but hey, keep in mind, and as soon as you see that it's getting clogged and you see those white lines appearing, well, perform a cleaning or print more often just so that the ink circulates. Again, if you want to support my channel, check my Amazon links in the description to get this printer or other printer that I personally recommend. Thanks, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.